In the second round of the playoffs, the Knicks are locked into another difficult battle, this time with the Detroit Pistons. Going into Game 7 in New York, LeBron is extremely sick, and it's clear he'll be playing well below his peak abilities. With Detroit winning the last 2 games of the series to even things up at 3-3, the Knicks are on the ropes, and it's up to LeBron to figure out a way to pull off the impossible.
It's hard enough to go against the best of the best during a Game 7. But to do it when you're under the weather, that's as hard a task as any. I've never been about making excuses, and you have to fight through pain, injury, and sickness if you want to be a champion. I've seen it done before, and that's my inspiration. So I'm looking for a repeat performance of that here against Detroit.
Awaiting the tip-off. Welcome, everyone, to New York City. This is the side of Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals between the Knicks and the Pistons. It's been a wild series so far, and it looks like it's going to have a wild finish as both teams try to move on in the all-important Game 7.
Just to add to everything that's already going on, Bron James has reportedly been battling an illness. We found out that it's the flu, and he most certainly won't be 100% in this one.
LeBron, feeling under the weather, had to take precautions even to play at all in this one, but Steve, it's a game that you knew he wouldn't miss for the world.
Well, it's noble for him to try and play, but with the flu, he's battling. And the fact that he had to get checked into a hospital as recently as last night, I just wonder what you're going to get from him as a player.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Monroe and Drummond, they're inside. Terrence Ross is out there with Chalmers. And it's Deng in at the 3-6. And for the Knicks, they've got Kobe. Faried and Biyombo is out there with Kenneth Faried. And it's LeBron James. And it's Paul in at the 1. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Well, you wonder if the Knicks are a little worn down after that Game 7 matchup in the first round. You know, you go a full 7 games in a series, it can take a lot out of you. Might be gassed after just squeaking by the whistle.
Well, they certainly played gassed the last few games. Either way, whoever does get out of this will have to charge back up in a hurry for the Eastern Conference Final.
And the free throw, no good. Chalmers against Paul. And the basket by Chalmers.
Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You can see that there.
Now here's LeBron. The dish now to Biyombo. Faried. Some nice passing by New York here. The shot's good from Paul.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
And here are the Pistons. It's a 3-point game. Come into this one after winning on Tuesday.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way. It didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easy.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against the defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
Yeah, he's the master of the kickout. Loves to get the ball down on the low block and have the defense collapse around him and then find an open teammate on the outside.
Another thing about him is how quick he is to react when he's defending near the hoop. A lot of his blocks, so to speak, come at waist level because he pokes the ball away as his man is on the way up.
Faried, covered by Monroe. Left side, Kobe. It's tipped. Faried with it. 6 on the shot clock. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Monroe. The Knicks have started out 0 of 1 from the line. This is their only other attempt earlier.
At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, you look at the two teams side by side with the roster, and the one thing that Detroit really has going for them is their ability to dominate down low. The Knicks having a tough time containing the Twin Towers.
And over the years, Drummond and Monroe have learned to work off of each other quite well. Both complement each other's style of play, and they can be a handful for any team to deal with.
Both free throws good for LeBron. New York on D. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Now Drummond dishes it to Ross. Clock at 6. Pulls up. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Ross has got his first 2 points of the night. Ryan in the post, defended by Ross. The drive by Paul, and they double up Paul. Back to Kobe. Combo dishes to Paul. No good. And the Pistons now going the other way. And here is Chalmers. Deng passes to Chalmers. Back to Deng. Kicks it to Uretko. Biyombo with the block. Kobe attacking and low to for. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Boy, smooth and graceful. How about the hang time? That's impressive.
Now, here's Chalmers. The feed to Deng.
You You know, big matchup in this one is how slow LeBron will be and if Deng will be able to take advantage of it. Deng, not a big-time scorer, but he can cause problems for you if he's left unchecked.
Steve, I think it all depends on how LeBron is able to keep up. Conversely, Deng has the size to deal with LeBron on the block if LeBron tries to take it that low and slow things up.
And a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor.
Detroit. The ball. Trailing by 2. Poked away. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. Paul kicks to Faried. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. The Knicks have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
2 shots.
Free throw good from Faried. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for New York. Good on both. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Here's Chalmers. On the wing, Deng. Puts up a 3. Can't hit. LeBron with some nice D.
I like the defense, guys. Really getting a hand up and challenging shots.
Yeah, Steve, lurking on that shot, and that was a tough one.
Kicks it out to Paul. On the wing, Kobe. 4 on the clock. 16 feet away, and that one's good.
Very positive opening quarter for them. Shots have been falling.
You know, shooting percentage would be nice if it stayed right there, but that's going to be tough to do.
Now here's Drummond. Looking for his first basket still in this one. He kicks it to Ross. To the inside. Uredko. And it's Kenneth Faried with the foul. That's his first foul.
You know, one thing that we've seen over the course of this series is that Detroit enjoys size advantages across the lineup. Not only on the front line, but in the backcourt as well.
And by taking advantage of that height and getting game 5 and 6, you've got to think their confidence is sky high right now.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Heyman comes in for Andre Drummond. And it's Richardson in for Uredko. Here is Carter. Following the basket by Roddy Bobo. O'Quinn can't hit. Pistons trailed by 4. Here's Caldwell Pope. Vince Carter grabs the miss.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Richardson against Paul. And he makes good on the layup. Paul's got 5 points so far.
It's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
40 seconds left here in the first quarter. Bobois dishes to Richardson. That's good. The Knicks leading by 4. Paul gets a screen from O'Quinn. Vince Carter on the wing. On the wing, Kobe.
They tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
The Pistons making a change here. Now here is Carter. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Harkless kicks to Carter. And that one goes long. Here's Bobo. Back to Monroe. 3-pointer. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Knicks lead by 4. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Second quarter of play coming up shortly.
We'll keep an eye on LeBron to see how he feels as he progresses in this one.
Well, adrenaline might have gotten him through the first quarter, but that can't take you through an entire game. He might start feeling it a bit more now.
Pistons trailed by
4.
I don't care how this ends up. You have to give credit to Detroit for how they played the last few games to even force this Game 7. They looked out of the playoffs after the first 4 games, but they've hung tough.
Here are the 5. Detroit has to start the second quarter. Greg Monroe is out there with Richardson. Then it's Bobo. Then there's Chris Kaman. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 2. Telfair kicks to Pope. Deflected. Tinsley, he's covered by Bobo. It's off his foot. And it's being called a kickball. Back to Detroit, a lot of teams that have just packed it in, going down 3-1, but this team has a lot of fight in it.
Getting that Game 5 win here in New York was the big one. It gave them some momentum to get the job done back home, and now they've got a chance at stealing Game 7 here.
Pistons trailed by 4. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, just to follow up with some more details with LeBron's illness. It's a stomach bug he caught after Game 6. And as you might have heard, he did stay at a hospital last night to try and monitor his condition. He started to feel well enough this morning to the point where he felt like he could play. But to be clear, medically, he is not right at all for this one.
Thank you for that nice update, Doris. Illness really came out of nowhere, and it couldn't have come Clark at a worse time for the New York Knicks.
Well, we always say, Kevin, basketball is a team game, and he's just one player, but boy, is he one important player. The fact that he's trying to tough it out is a rallying cry for the Knicks.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
Like this, that a player can rise above whatever is plaguing him to have a defining moment. Some even embrace the challenge, and I think he will.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Pass to Caldwell Pope. He feeds it to Monroe. Pistons passing it around. And here's Richardson outside. Knicks with the rebound. Embracing the challenge, Clark. You're right. Defining moments. All of the legendary players, Steve, have them, and this could be one for LeBron if he gets it done.
Well, playing through injury or sickness is definitely something that all great players are challenged with at some point. Never seen one in a Game 7, though, so we'll see what LeBron has in store for him.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
I think he believes that if he takes some time here to kind of talk things over, it'll be well served for this club.
And, maybe this gives him an opportunity to toy around with some of their game plan while he has their attention during this break in the action. Man, what? Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
The Pistons shooting their third free throw shot of the game. And it's It's tied up with that one. Now here's Harkless. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Deflects the pass. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Bernard James. That is his first foul of the game. And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Caldwell Pope kicks to Drummond. Puts up the baby hook. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. And on the screen now is the 2K leaderboard with a rundown of this postseason's assist leaders. Number 1, Chris Paul. 4th, LeBron James.
Now, it seems like these two guys are almost in a little personal competition to see who can finish the playoffs with more assists. Seeing LeBron out there makes me think of the few times I've had to play under the weather. In the middle of the action, you don't really notice too much, but your decision-making can be effective. You can run out of energy a lot faster and it can really affect your play.
Yeah, I agree. The fatigue sets in much earlier, and when there is a break in play, it's hard to catch your breath and get back out at full speed. You don't have the ability to get that second win.
And here's Kobe from the arc. Again, the miss by Kobe. The Pistons have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Look from Deng. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
Ball is doubled. Back to Kobe. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. It's stolen. Here's the break. Faried the pass to LeBron.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one. No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, you know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
And taken away by Paul.
It's really a good picture of what not to do on those last 2 possessions. I mean, they're being way too casual with the ball.
Yeah, it's going to cost them if they keep it up. They need to get back to playing efficient basketball.
Backing down is Bryant. 5 on the clock, and the layup is good. Kobe's got 6.
Getting back to LeBron's ailment, nobody knows for sure when he came down in terms of being ill, but he came on pretty quick after Game 6 of the series. I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV, but the reports are that he's got a fever and a stomach bug.
And it's Kenneth Faried with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. As long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
And the Knicks making a change here. Harkless is checked in. Here's Monroe. LeBron with some nice deep. Back to LeBron. Medical advisor said he should sit it out, but that isn't even an option for him.
I just chuckled because, you know, with it being a Game 7, no way is he sitting out.
No.
It would have to be more than a fever for him to be in street clothes. Still, he'll be very limited because of his health issues, and it'll be interesting to see what he can contribute.
I'm sure you remember times you didn't feel 100%.
No question.
Far less than that. Still plays.
Yeah, and sometimes you actually play fairly well. Well, you never would have guessed it if you saw how sick he was pregame, but LeBron is raised up above it, and he's going to be a factor in this one.
Bobois against Paul. There's the 3. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. LeBron's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Bryant. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltender.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Jerebko's checked in for Greg Monroe. .59 seconds left to play in the first half. Chalmers dishes to Drummond. Feeds to Deng. Double team on Deng. Here is Ross. Guarded by Kobe. Shot no good. The Knicks leading by 7. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Faried outside. Kobe goes in. The Harvest. New York needs to get off a shot. Here's Paul. And he hits it just before the shot. Clock expired. And it's a 9-point Knicks lead.
Again, a few more points added to the lead. They might be ready to pull away here.
I wouldn't be surprised, Steve. As well as they've got it working right now, that could be the case.
Kobe, that's for 2. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And so we conclude the first half. It's the Knicks. They lead by 9. Well, folks, stay tuned for the halftime show at Damon Bruce for all the highlights from our first half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Tense moments here in the deciding game of round 2. Let's break down the first half on 2K Sports. New York leading against Detroit. They're looking to put an exclamation point and a signature on Game 7 of this series. A nice start for Chris Paul, and what a game from Kobe as well. And a resilient Pistons team is staying in it. They've done a great job closing out their defensive possessions, grabbing boards, great rebounding. And that's all there is for me here in the studio. Time to send you back to my friend Kevin Harlan.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Game 7, second half, coming up in just a moment.
And perhaps during halftime, LeBron was able to replenish fluids and feel a little better here.
With LeBron under the weather, there's no precedent for him playing through this. That is Michael Jordan in Game 5 of the '97 Finals against Utah.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
That's not what they needed there, that's for sure.
The Knicks leading by 9. Chris Paul is out there with Kobe. And it's LeBron James. Then there's Kenneth Faried. And it's Biyombo at the pivot spot and in the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Mike Woodson.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
But you know, they've got a nice lead. Don't take any chances. The simple one-hander is just fine.
Let's it go. No good from Ross. Well, they mentioned that flu game. It has become one of the defining moments for Jordan, and LeBron could quickly match that here.
Yeah, it really is a true test to be able to carry a team to a win when you're less than 100%. This is the kind of game that can launch a player into legend status, although for LeBron, he's already there.
Paul kicks to Faried. Passes it to Kobe. And so he draws the foul on the shot. Now trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
The first one falls. And Kobe drops them both.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
And Chalmers kicks to Monroe. Faried's there. Ross, that's good. Ross has got 7 points in the game.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Paul passes to Kobe. Kobe gets a screen from Biyombo. And And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I like the ball. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking ball that trip.
New York calls timeout. And this part of the game, always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the game plan, these players are getting a much-needed chance to rehydrate and refuel with Gatorade. And guys, we know the drill well, all three of us drinking the Gatorade too.
No question.
Right.
I mean, Kevin, people have no idea the fatigue that can set in during a telecast. And so it's important for us to stay hydrated all game long.
Clark, you're always hydrated.
Yeah, I try to be, but it's usually with a combination of H2O and Gatorade.
I love Gatorade. And look at Steve, he has the Gatorade shirt on.
Yeah, he's really immersed in the Gatorade.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
The pass to Monroe. Nice ball movement by Detroit. It's a mammoth dunk for someone who's far from the biggest guy out there on the floor.
Yeah, perhaps that'll give them the boost they're looking for to get out of the hole here.
Yeah, it should. I mean, if that doesn't fire them up, I don't know what will.
LeBron against Deng. Ball outside. Knocked away. Here's Ross. Rejected by Kobe. Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession. So for the Knicks, Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Biyombo. And Maurice Harkless up in for Kenneth Faried. Here's Deng. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Outside Kobe. And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That's his third foul of the game. So for the Pistons, Yaremko comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Terrence Ross. Kobe goes in. Here's O'Quinn. Defended by Drummond. Harkless with the screen for LeBron. He dishes it to O'Quinn. Second shot opportunity. Paul gets a screen from O'Quinn. Paul gets to Kobe. It doesn't go in either for Kobe.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick. Just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Here are the NBA's top scorers during this postseason as shown on the 2K leaderboard. LeBron James, number one.
And what a run he's been on, guys. Establishing himself at the perfect time here in the postseason.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's the dish to Chalmers. He passes to Caldwell Pope. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Caldwell Pope's got 8 points.
And what I like about him, he needs very little time to get his shot off. He has just a bit of room. That's all it takes. In a catch-and-shoot situation, he's going to let...
And Steve, it's also really remarkable what a solid shooter he is, even in the presence of tough, sticky defense. He smoothly and calmly executes.
Terrence Ross is checked in for Detroit. LeBron dishes to Harkless. Back to LeBron. 6 to shoot. Tipped. And now the Pistons, fast break. Here's Ross, throws down off the coast-to-coast drive.
A sensational run has them on the brink of tying it up or even taking the lead all of a sudden.
Steve, quite a turn of events here. I mean, they really snapped into focus in a hurry and tightened up their game at both ends.
And he's hit to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Bucket there, and I'll tell you what, that was an important shot.
Yeah, it sure was, Steve, because it stopped the bleeding a little bit, and now they've got something positive to hang their hat on.
It's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. And the Pistons making a change here. Drummond's checked in. Pass to Caldwell Pope, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The Knicks leading by 5. Oh, trying for it. Faried got the loose ball, but that will be a backcourt violation.
They've now yielded 6 points off turnovers in this quarter, guys.
And as a result, no surprise, their lead is starting to melt away. I mean, they've got to make it simple. Make the simple play. Don't try to make a hero or spectacular play.
And the Pistons making a change here. Chalmers is checked in. The shot's good from Jerebko.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Pistons.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And I'll tell you, the other thing that's been a factor is the transition game. They're scoring a lot of points on the fast break. So even though he couldn't get them all to fall, he did at least make it a 2-possession game.
Here's the lob to the hoop, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Things are really tightening up now, guys. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Not sure where it was before, but better late than never.
The Knicks with the lead. LeBron is screen on Chalmers. Ball pass to LeBron, and stolen by Drummond. 1:02 left in the third. Chalmers. And Drummond kicks to Chalmers. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
LeBron with it. Now guarded by Jerebko. Ball against Chalmers. Here's Faried. Good, and Paul gets the assist. 9 points for Kenneth Faried.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
Yeah, Clark, they've been more active and more physical down low, and I think that's been the difference.
Right side Deng. Back to Chalmers. Just 4 to shoot. Fader on the way. Offensive rebound. Dishes it to Ross. Kicks to Chalmers. The feet to Jerebko. Ross fires the 3. And it's Drummond with the jam. Now here's LeBron. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
They really have no option but to go to the instant replay in a situation like this. I mean, the entire series is at stake, and you can't assume anything.
Well, this right here is exactly why the rule was implemented in the first place. Clark, no mistakes can afford to be made at a time like this.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we got a take. Welcome back with the fourth quarter just around the corner in a Game 7 matchup, Steve, in round 2 of the playoffs.
And this is crunch time right here. For both of these teams, it's now or never. No matter who comes out of this, they're going to have an amazing matchup with the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals. I'll tell you what, they're just sitting there watching this and dusting up, studying tape. They're in good shape here as they await the winner.
And outside of Detroit, most NBA fans, you would think, are hoping the Knicks get through so we can see a series worth of games between LeBron and John Trice.
And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. They've got Greg Monroe. Chalmers is out there with Caldwell Pope. Then it's Deng, and it's Kamen in at the 5, roaming the paint. That ties the game. Kamen's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Pistons. Kobe gets a screen from Biyombo. Kobe kicks to Telfair. Carter, he's covered by Deng. Telfair dishes to Kobe. From 10 feet out, uses the glass that time, and it's good. And the Knicks lead by 2.
You know, nobody responds to end-of-game pressure like this guy. That's what comes to mind immediately for me. He's hit some monumental shots in his career, and some guys just embrace the moment at the end of the game. That's him.
And something else he does is he's great off the dribble. Can take it to the rack or pull up. So as a defender, you don't know how to play it.
Deng against Carter. Back to Kobe. Shoots from the elbow. Off the left rim and out.
You gotta like the defense, not quitting on the play and getting a hand in the face.
Sure do. With a tough defender breathing down your neck, that makes it not an easy shot.
Rejected by O'Quinn. Kobe goes in. That falls. Great assist by Sebastian Telfair. 14 points for Kobe Bryant. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
And guys, I think you've got to give them credit for the number of steals they've taken away. I mean, a lot of effort on the defense from them tonight.
Time call here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Kobe Bryant really making a difference here.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, Kevin, head coach of the Pistons had some words for his team over the break. He actually lit into them pretty heavily, saying, "We're being way too soft on the inside. I'd better start to see some toughness and more shots being challenged. No more easy baskets." Pretty strong words, guys.
Defended by Caldwell Pope. Kobe, the pass to Harkness. And it comes off the front of the rim.
He doesn't really scare a defense at all. You've seen him miss quite a few just like those.
And Chalmers kicks to Monroe. Here's Caldwell Pope. Again, the miss by the Pistons. The Knicks have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Kicks it out to Paul. He feeds it to Harkless. Pass to Faried. Just 5 on the clock. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Deng. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. No good with the triple.
Well contested shot, and they did an excellent job of not fouling the shooter.
Defense is about effort and commitment and discipline. He's a good defender because of those things.
Here's Biyombo. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand. There it is, guys, that Olay defense. Just watching them go Clark right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
They're doing a great job here in the second half. They've brought their free throw percentage up quite a bit. And that's winning basketball. That's one of the ingredients in winning basketball. Good free throw shooting.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
You're right. And the jam by Greg Monroe.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
And it's slammed in by Faried.
He really is a high flyer, guys. Kind of rare for a power forward, but he needs it because he is undersized.
Pistons trailed by 4. Chalmers with it. .156 left in the fourth quarter. He kicks it to Drummond. Shot clock at 6. Back to Chalmers. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. And there's... Deng, that's good on the assist by Chalmers. Chalmers has got 3 assists tonight.
Great awareness by Mario Chalmers on that feed.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're up by 1. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth. Terrence Ross is checked in for the Pistons. The drive by LeBron. To the middle. Combo dishes to Faried. Kept alive, feeds it to Bron. Out of bounds, Detroit. Takes possession.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. Have to value every possession.
Time call here. Pistons decide to talk it over. They're down by 1. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. Paul with the steal. On the wing, Kobe. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, how about Kobe in this one? He has 14 points and a block. He's passing the ball so well right now and is really focused at the charity stripe, too.
Yeah, his confidence is at an all-time high. You can see just how well he's playing, how much he believes in his game.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
You know, they've really improved at the line from the first half. Things have gotten a lot better. They've gotten there a good number of times, and they've converted a high percentage of them.
And Chalmers kicks to Deng. Back to Chalmers. Defended by Paul. 6 to shoot. A floater. Rejected by Biyombo. Now Paul. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. James in the post. Working on Drummond.
You'd expect him to nail that one being that close to the hoop.
The Pistons have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. At the time to go cold. Chalmers best to Deng. From 12 feet out. Biyombo with the block. Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession. It loose. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. LeBron James on the wing. Pass to Paul. 16 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 5 to shoot.
A chance to tie it up, Clark.
A 3 would make it happen.
Here's Monroe. Good. And so the New York Knicks have won the series.
Well, Knicks fans, I'm sure, were so nervous when they saw the condition LeBron was in heading to the arena. And as most Game 7s are. This was a tough one, but somehow they pulled through, and now they will face the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Man, what a performance from LeBron to do what he did while being less than 100% from a health standpoint. For the Knicks to come away with the win here really is a testament to how he's able to impact the game even when he's not at full strength.
Well, it was quite a performance, that's for sure, and that will do it for us here in New York. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us.